there is definitely a fallout. So to explore the fallout that's the, like I said, it's the natural progression to this story. And I think this season it was expertly done. You know, there are things within there that touch on.
Kingstown is not a city. It's a town. Nothing stays hidden in a town.
The consequence of a riot is our new reality. We need a pecking order inside, gentlemen, so we have control on the outside. And that reality is chaos.
You know the deal, Mike. 1049. You can't get the product in, can't get no money out. It's them guards. They choking us to death.
I have an idea. It's gonna sting, but it will work.
I'm gonna trust you on this.
What is that behind you there?
Which one, Toby? There's everything. There's a neon sign. There's a chick. There's a tree.
Who's the lady? Who's?
Okay, that's Mandy Rose. She's a wrestler for WWE.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
okay.
I had it signed. I'm like a big fan. She signed it for me.
Yeah.
I used to do a wrestling show, and it was in a bedroom, man. As a single guy, wasn't working out, so I had to move her to the living room.
All right, cool. I'm not gonna delve any deeper into that. That's cool, man.
There's more of a story there of interest than whatever I have to say.
You should write a movie. You should write a movie about that. That's
Yeah, I have enough stories. Believe me. Yeah, definitely. Although I won't be making appearances in Kingstown, you know. I don't know if business is booming out there now with housing and families moving in, but
yeah, it's a little tough at the moment. You'll find cheap housing though.
Well, I'm sure you can. Yeah, a lot of drama too and stories there too, for sure.
Yeah. But if you close your door, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
You know, I was thinking about it. I was like, who's the most redeeming character on a show? Like everyone's kind of hard to root for. There's no good guys in a sense. And I'm thinking, Bunny's kind of the most likable character of anyone there. You know what I mean? He's kind of a straight shooter. You know, he's fair with his deals. I'm like, I think Bunny is the most likable character in Kingstown.
Well, I thank you. I'll take that. I think he's definitely very charming. But that does not mean he's incapable of violence. He's just as bad as everybody else around him in this gray world, you know. So it's just his way of dealing with it and coping with the immense threat of violence upon his person, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to go in on him. You know what I mean? You don't want to do him wrong there too.
Yeah.
He's got a group there for you, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, do you get that piece of the yard basically? Does that become yours in a sense? You get like a chunk of it after filming's wrapped? Like, I feel like you should have some dibs on that at some point.
I think you should keep watching so you find out. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. Nice. I love a little teaser.
Yeah. It's, you know, we'll find out more about what happens in season 2. But I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Yes, do not. I actually don't want spoilers.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's all right then.
You know, it's so interesting because like the people have really reacted. I went like even on message board. I'm like, am I the only one that really likes this show as much? But no, there's people like love season 1, and there's like a worry from what I've read. Like tons of these people comments randomly like saying like, how is season 2 gonna match up? Because like when you do something so well in season 1, like there's this fear almost like, can we replicate this? Is there is always something to the story in that town, but like, can we do it good again? How do you feel after the success after the first one, like, you know, being in season 2, were you able to, you know, kind of get that secret sauce for the second time?
I mean, I guess it's not really, I don't really want to call it a secret sauce in a sense, because it was, what you saw in season 1 was sort of things boiling over, you know, and exploding. This pressure pot just suddenly exploded, right? And so as a result of that, because you know the relationship between the inside, the prison, the inner workings of the prison, and how it relates to the rest of the town, you know. So it's a natural progression to explore that, because just because there was a prison riot doesn't now mean that there's no fallout. You know,
Right.
there is definitely a fallout. So to explore the fallout that's the, like I said, it's the natural progression to this story. And I think this season it was expertly done. You know, there are things within there that touch on every aspect of I guess social life and how we live as people. You know, there's the human aspects and the people having to deal with traumas. You know, traumas from season 1, which season 2 takes place. Season 2 starts off less than 10 days after the riots and stuff. So, you know, that all of that is fresh in people's mind. It feels like it literally just happened last week, you know? And so you're seeing that being navigated and that being dealt with and that being processed by people and how people try to survive that. And that's essentially the season 2 sticks true to the core of season 1, which was, how do these human beings navigate this very extreme environment, which is not far-fetched, it's real. Like there are places like this in the world, you know, and there are human beings who live and survive in that. So yeah, it's not a secret sauce. It's smack bang on the money. It's telling you exactly what it is.
There you go. I love that. That's a pitch right there. That is a sales job for season 2. I'm in, man. I've been in from the first one, but
let's do it. Yeah.
I'm curious, like, I love your character. I think it's, like I mentioned, he's cool and interesting. But who's a character you enjoy? Maybe like in the scripts or on the show that like you're always fascinated by or like intrigued by? Is there a character that you kind of closely follow aside from your own when you get a script or kind of see where it's going with it?
Well, in Mayor of Kingstown, I mean, there's Hugh's character, Hugh Dillon's character, Hamish Allen Headley's character, Derek Webster, also Michael Beach. Michael Beach's character is just I love watching him, especially in this season. It's beautiful. So, and also I'm a huge fan of his. I love him. So how you doing, Michael? Well, go on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Those guys are I'm really intrigued to see how their storylines play out and stuff. And yeah.
You know, it's crazy because like Hugh's the co-creator in a sense, but he's also one of the stars of the show. Does that help having the person who like knows the story? Hey, apparently like this is sort of based on his real life experiences too of what he knows. So is it extra help having not only is your kind of co-star, you know, be on screen with you, but also know the story so well and be part of this creating of this story?
Yeah, 100%, because it's a world that he knows. So it's almost like he can tell you what's real and what is likely and what is just fantasy or wishful thinking, because he's lived it, or he's been in that. That's his upbringing, as harsh as it sounds. And you wouldn't think it meeting somebody like you, because he's so lovely, but and he's so kind and generous, but it's just you need that. He's almost like he's a bit of a consultant, this world here. He can categorically tell you that this is what happened. And what's fascinating is that every time he expresses or he tells certain things, or things that might have been running around in his mind and stuff, or trying to relive certain memories and stuff, it's so shocking every time. It's like, oh my God, that's insane. That happened? And he's like, yeah, that really happened. It's like, wow. So yeah, it's
wild, right? What's reality? What's actually on the show?
Exactly. And that's what you want. You want real stories. You want, obviously done with tact and respect and, and a certain sensitivity. So it's not just bam in your face and stuff, but there has to be the element, a sensitivity element of it, where we're not just delving into the shock and awe of it, but also the intricacies of it. You know, how people process what they're seeing and what they're experiencing. That's really what the juice in this season is. And there's so much in there that it's like, I mean, I wouldn't just watch it once. I'd watch it twice, 3 times even, because you get a different story every time.
Yeah, you need to watch this show. I rewatched season 1 because you get a different perspective watching it. First, there's always coming at you when you're watching it firsthand, but secondhand, you have more understanding to it too. So that's the cool part of this show. You know, there's always there's 2 different interpretations. The first one you take in, and then when you watch it again, you know, to understand certain things. I guess I'm going to leave you off by asking, do you guys have like a group text? Do you hang out? I'm wondering, on a show like this where everything's so bleak and dark, do you guys actually like hang out and like do any fun things together offset?
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, we shot in Pittsburgh, so we got to hang out with a couple of people, especially from the crew. The crew are very welcoming, so they kind of showed us some spots and things like that. So after a hard day's work, you know, we would go out to you know, just go out to like a bar or something like that and just chill and just, you know, have a couple of drinks or whatever it is, discuss whatever, or sometimes just talk about something completely unrelated because the scene we shot was just so insane. It's like, oh my God, I need a breather. Do you know what I'm saying? So and it creates a nice kinship, which makes it easier to know that, you know, you've got partners in this, you know, and it's a nice feeling. There's a little family within this stuff. So yeah, shout outs to everybody, man.
There you go. You've given a hell of a pitch. The producers and everyone will be happy, you know, because as if the show didn't sell itself with the storylines, but season 2 coming from you, that's high praise right there, and it's a lot of work there. So there you go.
Thank you, man. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing.
There you go.
Say that again.
I'm like, I was surprised by your accent, by the way, too. So I got used to the show's accent. So when it hit me, I'm like, I needed a little bit of adjustment in my mind.
Yeah.
Well done. That's a mark of a good actor right there. So there.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You got it. Thanks so much, Tobi, for taking time. I'm a fan, so I'm excited for you in your career. What's next, but on this show for sure too. So hopefully get to catch up again and after season 2 and discuss what happened there.
Talk to you later.
Thanks, Jim. And I think your doll moved in the back, so I'd be careful of that. It moved. I saw it move.
It might. Who knows? I mean, it's been lately the closest I've been to a female figure anyway. So there you go.
Let's not, don't air yourself out like that. All right, catch you later.
Bye, Tobi.